And I need to get new glasses for sure. That looks good. Probably don't need to do this anymore, but I'm dark as fuck on this camera. It keeps changing all fucking shit. I'll just try to have to stay steady. All right, everyone. Welcome back to This Podcast Made Me, and it's your boy VJ. And yes, I made this podcast. Keeping the cheesy intro fucking just gets me in the mood. How's everyone doing? Oh, yeah? Sounds great. Who the fuck cares? I can't even fucking hear you. But, I think we're going to have a pretty decent show. Pretty decent show today. Because I'm not as fucking angry as I've been the last couple episodes, but I just had a couple things that I wanted to just get off my chest, and now I feel like I'm in the proper mode to just be relaxed and do what I fucking need to do for us. You know what I'm saying? Bring the fucking heat. Huh. Man, a lot of random things have happened recently, but we won't talk about most of them. Trump's bombing Syria. That's all I know. Have nothing else to say. All the fucking media is fighting over each other, and Trump's fucking lawyers fucking got it raided, or his lawyer's office got raided by the FBI. That's also all I fucking know. Nothing else to say, nothing else to report. I'm not a fucking reporter, I'm just a fucking head that has a fucking mouth that speaks somewhat clearly. Um, yeah, so Coachella passed. I do have some thoughts on that. Coachella 2018, everyone's talking about Beyonce hitting the stage, Eminem bringing out 50 Cent and Dr. Dre, Beyonce bringing out Destiny's Child. All that shit's dope. But the main thing that I think about when I think of Coachella is how fucking played out it is. The shit is fucking played out. And I don't really know how it got so popular, but it's like Burning Man at this point. Actually, it's way bigger than Burning Man, I think. But dude, everyone goes, and in their fucking Instagram pictures, it looks like no one's even fucking sweating anymore. Like I'm sweating while I'm recording this right now, and I think it's like literally like 80 degrees outside. So they're out there in the desert. It's 71 degrees outside. What the fuck? They're out there in the desert dancing around. It's like 100, 110 maybe. Maybe not that. Probably like 100. And no one's sweating? What type of makeup is everyone using? This shit is crazy. Like all over your body. Like there's got to be a makeup dip pool or something. Like a unisex makeup dip pool. Because there was not. And it covers all the shades. You know what I'm saying? They have all the different ones. Unlike some of the chicks who came out with makeup recently that didn't have tones for us more ebony shaded folks. Come on. It's crazy how many people, how many mistakes people make about race still. Like, don't people fucking get it? But I guess not. Like H&M with their coolest monkey in the jungle sweatshirt must have been fucking okayed by like 100 people, and no one fucking said a single thing. That's just crazy. No one realized it. You come out with makeup lines, but you don't have shades for darker people. Who did that? Was that like Taylor Swift or fucking the Kardashian, who I can't remember? I'm only thinking Chloe because she's having her little scandal right now. Not scandal. Her man be cheating on her, but it's the most popular one, and I'm retarded. The one that's has more Kylie. Thank you to whoever fed that to me. Oh, it's myself. Oh, thank you, producer. It's me. And the worst thing about being your own producer is I'm gonna get into that in a second. But yeah, yo, if you're doing stuff, include the dark people. Come on, man. There's might be a minority, but still, just gonna save you a lot of fucking bullshit. Huh. Yo, I have the shittiest neighbor of all time, dude. The shittiest neighbor. I might have talked about this piece of shit before. Found out this guy fucking just smokes crack all the time. Fan fucking tastic. What a piece of shit. He'll probably go get locked up pretty soon. He'd be causing a ruckus every fucking day. Every day. Every week for sure. But sometimes it can happen multiple times a week. He just gets out there and like some psychosis and just starts yelling and threatening everyone, doesn't give a fuck. The other day, he fucking tried to stop my friend and started talking some shit to me as I was coming down because he's so crazy that if I have a homie come by when they leave, like I sort of walk them out a little bit, just to make sure. And this fool was down there and he looks at me, he's like, "Yo, you running in a whorehouse?" I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, man. I know what's going on. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, man, we can come suck the stick. I'm like, what the fuck? And literally, I was like so confused, but he was sort of walking up to me threateningly. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just fuck this nigga up real fast. So my homie saw, but the fool stopped and just had this weird ass look, and I just realized he was on like some psychotic bullshit right there, and I just kept it pushing. But man, I was pissed about that till probably about today, and that happened like 3 4 days ago. Man, when I get angry, I stay angry, and I get angry over some dumb shit, but I get mostly angry over some real shit. I think the dumb shit just pushes me. I don't really get angry. I just use it for motivation. The other shit, they're just like cracks. They can motivate you, but in reality, they mostly hurt you, and you just have to use it for your benefit long term. Because in the short term, they do fucking. If someone hurts you bad, it takes a fucking toll. We're going away from that. God, I'm just like replaying all this negativity from the last year. It's shitty. It is shitty. You know what I was thinking today? How it would be so fucking annoying to hang out with yourself. Like if you had a clone of yourself exactly like how you are, it would be so fucking annoying to fucking hang out with them. Obviously. Like it's sort of insane if you think about it. Like you try to go get coffee at the same time and reach for the same mug. Annoying. You like have the exact same faults and you like replicate them at the same time. Ugh, that would suck. You know how they say that a lot of times people that annoy you the most are really the ones that are the most like you. Like they say similar jokes to you. Uh, they do this and they do that, and a lot of times, if you really think about the people that most annoy you, they they they're just like you. You know what I'm saying? They'll be like, you'd be like, man, I really like fucking uh, pepperoni pizza, right? But I really like chicken, like basil pizza or some shit. God, I can't even think of it. Chicken pesto pizza. All right, you say something like that, and the other guy's like, "Oh, dude, me too. That's my fucking favorite, dude. I fucking love that more than anything else." And all of a sudden, you fucking hate him for no fucking reason. But I mean, fuck it, because it's just natural. I think it's sort of maybe built like when we were like cavemen or like tribal society, and like you know that in a society like that when you have like 150 people or a few hundred people, you sort of know everyone, and everyone has like there's so much uniqueness amongst humans in that little of a population. Everyone's gonna have a lot of different skills a lot of times, or just some different skills that they're standoutish versus most of the rest of the few hundred of the population. So they have a little bit of status, whether it's making a sword or cutting off a head great or gutting a rabbit or whatever the fuck it is, and they're like, oh, that's the dude. If you want to learn how to do that, you go to him, or if you want to get it done, you go to that guy. This guy knows how to build houses or make the best roofs or whatever the fuck, you know. Um, but I think if let's say you were like the best like roof maker, like you just fucking thatch them grass is so good, and you make these sick ass roofs, and then like all of a sudden this other guy gets really good at making roofs too, and now you're like sort of threatened because you feel like, man, my place with the tribe is about to be like disturbed and perhaps derailed because this guy could outdo me. So I think with someone like it's weird, like when someone is sort of similar to you, you don't like them. And but the thing is, I learned that early. So a lot of times when I feel that um interaction, natural feeling during an interaction, like an initial interaction, not not really initial. You don't know too much about a person in the very first meeting, but it is important. But in the initial interactions, you fucking meet this guy, and or excuse me, I'd meet this guy, and I would just sort of like feel like I didn't like him, or he was doing stuff that would just rub me the wrong way. But it wasn't like bad things, like he was like stealing money out of his like mom's wallet or some shit. It was like he'd just be doing things. I'd be like, God, that just rubbed me the wrong way. That just rubbed me the wrong way. And then you'd sort of, if you are honest about it, you could sort of a lot of times find out that dude is playing your moves. And you don't like it because you're like, damn, I thought I'm sort of slick, and here he is sort of doing this, and why can't he's sort of pulling what I could be pulling for myself? Like I could have taken that money from his mom's wallet, like or something like that. That shit is fucked up. That shit is fucked up. So I upgraded the phone that I don't even use. It's not even connected to anything, just to see how the new iPhone update is. I don't know why I'm so suspicious about the updates. I like wait for them to go for a while. This is like the update that came out like 5 months ago. I haven't even done it, and I did it to my fucking old iPhone 5, and what the fuck? It's so much better. This is what happens every time that I do it. But you know, like in my weird ass life, there's so many times I'll do something that you're supposed to do, and then it'll just fuck my shit up. You know, like Verizon went out for a little bit this past weekend for like several hours, I think on 2 days. But that first day when like my phone just stopped making texts and calls, I was like, oh, obviously I need a new phone, even though I just got this like 6 months ago. Because that's how my fucking life works. Like I get in trouble for like nothing. It's just weird. Like it's just a weird life. But also, I sort of think that everyone feels like their life is that way, so it's just whatever. Like life is unpredictable. You don't know how crazy it's going to be. The more strict that you're writing on this plan and think that it's going to go down, maybe the more likely you're to feel that the craziest shit happens to you. And you know, before when I was living my life, I would always try to write uh, my biography like beforehand. Like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this, but I haven't done it yet, and I wouldn't really allow life to take place. What I understand is like you barely control any of your fucking life. Like max like 2 or 3% of it. You control what you do with your time most of the time, and where you focus your energy, and who you hang out with, and that's about it. Like if who you hang out with, one of them dies, one of them gets sick, or they move, it has nothing. You can't control that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so even then, there's still very limited control, even within those aspects you have control. Because sometimes, like using your time wisely or what you're focused on, what if all of a sudden someone gets sick, something happens, you get sick, a car breaks down, you're just unable to move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my foot injured. That's fucked up my fucking plans and shit. Oh, damn, this shit might be back to normal now. Swelling is finally down. Oh, shit. It's not 100%, but anyway, you know, you only control so much. And you have to be flexible and understand to look at everything as a potential opportunity. And if something gets fucked, don't really look at it as something that's fucked. Just look at it as or this is what I do, and I think it helps. Look at it as a uncontrollable wave in the ocean that is life, and you can't do much about it, and now you just got to ride it. And you're gonna figure it out. There's gonna be some pros and some cons, obviously, but maybe there's an opportunity. Maybe you meet someone. Maybe you learn something. Maybe you like. There's so many maybes. It's hard for me to even make examples. So yeah, writing my biography beforehand in my head was detrimental to my success and my ability to double down every time I work. Sorry about my ashy knuckles, by the way, people, if you're watching the video. Jesus Christ. I mean, literally just woke up, got high, started recording. But writing your biography beforehand, at least for me, was always detrimental because you set yourself up to be too tied emotionally to minutia that you cannot control. You know, one of my homies I consider a brother, like one of my brothers, his life, and I tell him this too. He had the most blessed life I'd ever seen. Still does actually in a lot of ways. But he had not really hit any true like hardship really. Like by the time he was born, I mean, when they're younger, I guess maybe his dad wasn't doing well as well, but they were doing well. Like his family loved him. He was the youngest. His father grew his wealth quite rapidly during his lifetime. So by the time he was a adult, young adult, young child, and a teenager, he was able to enjoy some of the spoils of that. And you know, got the grades that he needed, got into the schools he needed, which are smart decisions. He made smart decisions on the way. So I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He played a part in doing this. Got good jobs, kept his eyes out for opportunities, kept setting himself up, and he did this very successfully until and like got married at 25 to a beautiful young lady, like had who he'd been dating for a while, who they had like great chemistry, and she had a good family with Indians. It's like sort of a big thing, and it's just like everything worked out really well for him. But then, you know, out of nowhere, there happened to be random, not I'm not gonna air out his business because it's not my business to discuss, but he had hardships, and all of a sudden I could see in him the changes that happen when you go through those hardships, like the uncertainty. The first time that you really go through something hard, when you've only, especially if you're a high, a a highly productive person, the first obstacles and hurdles that you really have to go around, they feel tragic. And that's where most people stop chasing their dreams on that first go because they're just destroy you. So he hit his hump, and he really understood what it meant because he'd been living this life under this guise that it was just gonna go to plan. And this was where, like, now you're living where I live, real life, where you look at it for what it is, and you expand as far and as fast as possible without knowing what's going down, because there's no way to know what's going down. This is a human experience, and we're taking advantage of it and pushing it to its furthest limits for the rest of the humans, because that's what we all owe each other. If we were in a tribe, we would have to push it as far as possible so that our tribe, our next generations, could be stronger. We all, in essence, still have that same responsibility. Whatever your gift is, or whatever you feel inclined to do, you probably should look into doing and figuring your way to construct your life around that, and maybe the way that you make money around that as well, because we owe that to each other. Who knows what thoughts or what things that you could build, what ideas that you may have and spread that make life, what art you can make, whatever, that make life better for somebody else in the future, or get another person to think, like whoever made or inspired people like Albert Einstein or Elon Musk or anybody, like those people who will not get credit in history books, they did us a service, a great service. They inspired a great mind that was going to have a whirlwind of both discipline, genius, and luck to place them in a spot where they could actually do some shit. And that's just what it is. You just don't know what you're going to do for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's really a butterfly effect when it comes to that shit. And that's sort of why I feel inclined to just spit this shit, even though half the shit would just be fucking around. Man, I just be diving into deep dives as well. I don't give a fuck about anything, because this is just how we do. You know what I'm saying? It's a Jay-Z and Freeway and fucking Beanie Siegel song. So, um, yeah, don't write your biography beforehand. That's what I told my homie when he ran into those issues. That's what's a major cause of your pain, especially when you realize that life is not going by your biography. Stop writing it. Your biography is meant to be written when you're dead or when you're done, not when you're doing. And most of us are doing. Okay? If you're dead or you're done, goodbye. Actually, we already said it, because you're dead or you're done. And if you're done, you're dying. You're on your way to death quick. I mean, what the fuck are you going to quit life for? What else is there to do? People be pursuing their passions until they're about to literally die, like till they get sick. Why the fuck not? I almost feel like doing that keeps you alive. They say a lot of the diseases that like kill you, they kill a lot of Americans, start around like 65, which also happens to be around retirement age. And it's not a correlation that companies chose that these people retire because that's when they start to break down. No, it's because company chose them to retire that way because they wanted a more youthful workforce consistently and push out the fucking stalwarts to change and progress, which are usually the older people who also usually not producing as much, who are usually making a lot more money than the younger dudes, and you're producing, you're pulling in less from them. It's sort of a nice little trick. I think that's why they fucking did it. And so I think those people go down because they just stop having something to do. They get 65 and they start blowing their retirement money and think, oh, I paid my dues to society. I can just fish and just don't do shit. And then, boom, done. They stop moving around. They stop being focused. They stop progressing. They stop doing anything, and they dead. Man, I don't like how this fucking camera is changing, like, brightnesses so badly. It's sort of weird. Is it really that much of a difference when I lay back like this? Like, it's fucking weird. Sorry, guys. That fucking video is gonna be sort of trash. I gotta figure this shit out. I think it might be the fucking window, but I ain't fixing it right now. I'll deal with this shit later. Man, it took me fucking forever to figure out how to record this shit properly. I almost fucked up the last video, but I figured out last second how to fix it. I'm not meant to be a fucking producer, but here I am producing, and it's not really that big of a thing, but it sort of is if you want to do it right. And like that's just the truth. Step up the game. I'm telling myself and everybody else, fuck everyone. Oh man. So yeah, I said I wasn't gonna have guests for a while, but then one of my brothers, he is gonna come into town and he's heard and consumes a lot of my content. He's like, yo, I want to be on one, and there's no way I could deny him. Our chemistry and just like how we joke around and stuff is just perfect. Like so I will have a guest soon. When I'll have the next one, who the fuck knows? Because we'll see. We'll just see, you know? Because I don't know, man. Like I see a lot of almost every single person, and I'm guilty of it sometimes, but at least I have some experience. Because I mean, with the other show, we have like 100 and maybe 20 or something like out of that old one, but there's like 200 more that didn't even get released because I just like, you know, too many. It was just too many people just fucking shit up in a bunch of different ways, behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Like it's very interesting to me. Like this is a no ego zone, sort of. Like we have ego, but I try to drop all of it. Like I'm just gonna say whatever, even if it makes me look terrible, because I have nothing to lose in that. I don't necessarily have a boss. The way things are looking, I won't have a boss. I'm not geared for that. I'm just gonna figure it out. So I don't need to play by the same rules that a lot of these people do. So that allows me to just be myself, which is all that I want to be. And so I've built my life to sort of do that and just throw myself to the winds, and then we'll see wherever we land years later, right? The thing that I didn't like with the other one was that first I was sort of uncontrollably recording everywhere. Second, most people are not natural broadcasters. And so they don't know how to stay focused and in the pocket while also thinking of you guys and not trying to make shitty content. Like every fucking episode that I fucking make, I think is trash, and then I listen to it, and then I try to take it in as a. I mean, I'm gonna be somewhat biased, but I just try to take it in as a just someone who takes in content and just as a audience member, and I'll be like, okay, this wasn't actually that bad. Like maybe it wasn't like funny, but it was honest, it was genuine, it was just coming out. And, who the fuck? That's really all I could do. Like it's just as a stream of consciousness. I'm mostly silly, but I'm mostly serious at the fucking same time. There's no real line for me. Like I'm serious about being fucking silly. Like I hate when people try to fucking constrain me from just doing whatever I want. I love fucking with people. That's mostly what I do. And you know, in here we just go in. Most of it is in jest and actually things that we probably couldn't even really or even legally fucking do or ask people to do, but we still fucking just get at it, man. Like but I mean I would have people on the other show, and they're just like I have to sift through some of the other episodes because I'm going to release them on here. Ones that are good quality because I'd be just like sometimes recording straight off this fucking phone, this old phone right here, while we're driving around. My car ain't no fucking Wraith. You could hear the fucking bumps and shit, and it'd just be loud as shit, quality shitty, and like first of all, people aren't ready to a lot of people aren't ready to record that much, even if they say they are. And second of all, like if you can't stay focused, if you can't stay in the conversation, if you can't let it ride, then fuck off. You're not meant for the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't matter if you don't agree with the point or not. I used to have this fucking one of the main people that I cut off the fucking show. This fool, we get into a deep dive on anything. As soon as we get into it, he would just change the fucking topic because he would be nervous because the mic is on and then fuck it up. And this was like hundreds of episodes. Just a fucking idiot. Just a fucking moron. But it's like, yo, they're not meant to broadcast. You're not fucking meant to broadcast. And you know, another thing that I think is funny is like I see this homie, and he doesn't listen to none of my shit, even though he always wants to be on it. So fuck him, even if he fucking listens to it, because all he does is ask me for help with his fucking podcast. Doesn't listen to mine. Can't like any of my shit. Ask everyone to like all his shit, dude. It's not a fucking one-way street. I'm not gonna help you on your shit and you show me no love. Tell me you've been watching my like little clips from my old podcast and never fucking pressing like on one of them. This fool was watching the Instagram for the last podcast and told me after like a year of watching me and was like, "Hey man, you should have me on." What? That's not even a sales pitch. I'm not your fucking, "Hey son, you should have me on," some type of shit. This fucking white dude that's younger than me. Chill. I don't give a fuck. You need to fucking relax. I mean, like we're sorta homies, but like sorta not, dude, because all you do is fucking try to use me. We're not homies. Like it's weird. Like you can't even be a fucking homie and hit like, but then you complain about this, and that, and it's funny to me, and like it's fun, like whatever, dude. People are fucking funny, dude. People are funny because they want 100% loyalty, but they'll always stab you in the back. Other people that were like want like it's weird. It's just fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do people want support when they don't show support? Why do people want love when they don't show love? You know what I'm saying? Like people like sneak around, do fucking shady shit behind your back, and then they're like, "Why don't you fucking hug me and kiss me?" Because I'm not your wife. I'm not your girl. I'm not your fam. If you're doing that, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we all have people like that in our lives. Just cut them the fuck out. Like they're just detrimental to you. And the thing is, I had a lot of detrimental people in my life for one reason or another. I knew they were shitbags, but for some reason I keep them around because, you know, I thought it was a good. There were multiple reasons that were involved, but man, that shit is crazy. That shit is just fucking wild. How most people like they're just really looking after their own shit. They're not even looking after the fucking audience's shit. They just want to be like known, heard, and famous. But you got to bring some sort of value. It's so weird. The guy I was talking about in the middle of his episodes will be Snapchatting him in the middle of like Snapchatting himself in the middle of the episode. Dude, you're not engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like I see my messages going off here, and I hate the fact that I sort of look over. Like fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I started recording again too fucking late, and I'm a fucking idiot. I just am sometimes. And I fucking sound pretty hateful, I think, sometimes too. But I want you guys to know, like, everyone I give a million fucking chances to. And most of the people I'm talking about, they burn most of them. Like, the way that I feel is like they sort of just used me, and a lot of them just fucking ran out with the fucking bag. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Fool me once, shame on you. So fuck it, let them all loose. They ain't gonna fool me again. That being said, we are gonna have some homies on that we already naturally have good conversations with. Um, two, two of them, maybe three of them, I could think of. Um, those will probably be funnier. I feel. I don't even know how. Like, I haven't put this shit up on iTunes. This is the fourth show, so I'm about to put everything together, clip it out, and this is what it'll be what I launch with. But I don't know if any of this shit is even funny. So I don't know if I should put it as comedy, but I probably will because I know when there's people on, I can't help but joke. But here when it's just like me and you know, we're best friends under the covers in the bed. Pause, and we're telling each other our most deepest secrets. Well, really, I'm just confessing mine because I have no one else to talk to. Pretty realistic, actually, if you sort of think about it. Man, it is pretty interesting to do a show where I'm just recording like a straight hour at least every week. It's weird because I keep looking over. I'm like, is that an hour? I need to get a timer. I should roll with the fucking. That's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. I'm gonna put a timer on this fucking phone right now. Man, this iPhone 7. Yeah, so I dropped a dab the other day, right? And I got carpet, shitty ass carpet in my fucking spot. But you know what was sort of crazy? Well, let's back it up. I dropped the dab into the fucking carpet, and if you have carpet and you smoke dabs, you know that shit's gone forever. You'll never get it. It's gone. Once it's in there, if you can't find it with your cell phone, fucking bright ass high intensity flashlight, it's gone. But yesterday, actually not even yesterday, a few weeks ago, I realized the best way to fucking find it. So what you do is you sort of just hang around in that area, right? But you take off your shoes and your socks, and you go barefoot. All right. Now you gotta have some clean feet. I got pretty clean feet, all right. And you just sort of walk around that area. And you just chill on it, and eventually, you know that wax is gonna warm up a little bit, and you might step on it and stand on it for a second, and it's gonna stick onto your foot. Yep. And then just grab that wax real quick before it gets too sticky. Dun da da. Foot wax. You can thank me later. I might even have to brand it, man. That shit sounds delicious. Cause I threw that shit on my fucking dab, had no problems. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of that um Achilles fungal flavor, but ain't a thing. Ain't a thing when you're Indian. At least I don't have to chop off calluses with the goddamn what do they call that shit? In India they got fucking curved sickles where I'm at. Black steel. And it's just like curved. They use it to fucking chop fucking big ass tree, like not big ass trees, but they chop branches off trees off and shit, brush in the jungle, and they'll chop a fucking coconut with a big like imagine a curved machete. They chop a coconut in half in their hand. Like my dad has this huge scar on his thumb because that's like their dinner knife, a fucking sickle. It's retarded. A fucking that's so crazy. Like no one. Well, to be honest, like you sort of need that for a coconut. That shell is hard. Like what else are you gonna use? A hammer is actually the real fucking joint right there. Once my dad came out here, he saw the hammer. That full clack, clack. Didn't even get a ball peen. He fucking just got that. He'd fucking go hammer some nails into the wall and then crack a goddamn coconut right off the top and be like, "Here, drink the goddamn milk and give me the rest, you piece of shit, firstborn son of mine." I mean, I think that's probably how he wish he addressed me. He probably called me Prince back then, but then now he probably calls me shitbag Mickey. Shitbag number one. It's weird, man. It's weird coming from an Indian family where no one's doctors, but yet they wanted you to be a doctor. What the fuck? Y'all don't even know what that hustle is gonna be like. Like the fucking doctor, dentist hustle. I think I might have gone over it before. It is bad. It's not a good one. It's not a good one unless you have family in it that owns a practice this day and age. You're gonna pay so much for your schooling. You're not gonna be able to work during your schooling. You're gonna spend plenty of years getting plenty of extra years on top of your college, getting your degree. Like for medical school, 4 years. Dental school, 2 to 4 years. Then residency or in specializing, maybe another 2 years of school. But residency could be anywhere between 2 to 8 years of fucking just working for nothing, sleeping in a fucking hospital, barely getting any sleep. And mind you, you just graduated from 4 years of college, so you're probably looking like you're about 21, some people 22, and then you start on this. So that journey I said is roughly anywhere from 4, which is on the low end dentistry end, to fucking 12 years. So you could be like 30 fucking 3 before you make a fucking dollar. You have a huge fucking shit ton of debt. And that interest starts accruing immediately once you graduate. You got to go work for someone else. This is what I meant about if you don't have family who's in medicine and owns a practice, then at least you could have a percentages. You're building a business that you're going to own later on. And you're not just working for a salary that pays your goddamn loan. Okay? But most people, like, if they don't have family in medicine, they go work for someone else. So imagine they're out of school by 30, my age, okay? 31. And then they get to work, and they got to probably work like 10 to 15 to 20 years to get that debt out from underneath them. Because they're going to make what? A couple hundred grand, maybe 100 grand, 150 grand, depending on what type, 300 grand if they're in the top end. Schooling wise, like some, if they're the top end, they're not getting out of school until like 35. And most people are going to keep up with the Joneses, want to enjoy some of their money because they've been working till their mid 30s and have nothing to show for it. They're not going to pay off their debt for a while. They're not going to really have any true money by the time they're 50. So as long as I could fucking get to 50 and be making over 300 G's a year, I beat that whole fucking bullshit. And I'm pretty sure I could do that. At least I'll bet on myself for the next 19 years that I could pull that off. Because right now, no debt like that. You know what I'm saying? Some credit card debt for some stuff I use to build my credit. I can move that around. That's about it. Ain't shit. Dude, I fucking hate that this camera's doing this. Black. Blinking. Fuck you. We're gonna fucking. What is that, man? I wish I had a producer. Fix it, man. Oh, okay, I'm right on it. Dude, I didn't even fucking move and it fucking went black on me. Fucking black as fuck. Man. It's probably the beard. It's like I have a two-tone face now I think about it. Like I got a white. Oh, white. Did I just call myself white? I should probably just quit the show and kill myself. Not because being white's bad, but dude, this, like, in that way, I'm fucking brown. I'm almost black. People be fucking, black people make jokes about how dark I am. Brown people definitely make jokes about how dark I am. Brown people call me nigger for being black, and black people call me burnt ass nigga because they're right. I'm pretty dark. You know what I'm saying? Hold on while I hit the pen. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. Not probably just once. Fuck off, don't hit me now. Fucking do my goddamn show. Yes. 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 So my dad will probably never listen to the show. So I'm gonna say some things. I love him. I love my family. But I got a brother who just is pretty weird. And he's just like a typical teenager, and I hope he straightens up. You know? You know what? I was just about to air out some of his business. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a little bit. Just because he lives under my dad's roof, and I feel like if my dad hears it, it'll fuck him up. So, what are we going to talk about right now? Let's see, guys. I do have some notes, and let's check them out. That Finding Devs that I dropped, that if you drop the carpet and finding with your feet, like I actually had that put down as a note because I thought it was helpful. Sort of helpful. Of course, a lot of Americans don't go like barefoot even in their own house. That's weird. Like, y'all really fucking definitely are trying to grow that strong fungus on your feet. You're trying to get that, like, you're trying to cultivate some new spores, and I don't hate you for it. It's hey man, spores of different types have been psychedelics and have offered other medicinal properties for years. Maybe your foot spore is just that thing that's gonna cure super AIDS, you know, and or herpes. Like, bring it on, dude. If you have some shit that like cures fucking herpes on your feet, bring them fucking size 12s over and just rub them on these genitals, cause I need the vaccine. I'm too afraid of that shit. And it's not that I have herpes. Good lord, I think I might have said that fucked up, but I want protection from herpes. Because apparently, like, 1 out of 4 people have it. What the fuck? I like getting head. And I don't think anyone likes giving head to a dude that's wearing a condom. And what type of condom are there for balls? Or around the dick area? Because you get herpes there. So, oh man. Knock on wood, dude. Knock on wood. I just knocked on my dick. That's an old high school joke. So funny, Mr. Bora. Anyway. My head looks fucking big as shit right here in this fucking video. It's not even on the camera all the time. I think this is the shittiest angle, the shittiest light. The camera's doing some weird shit. Like, this is some shit. But I think so far, at least, I'm somewhat happy with whatever's cracking, because at least my mood's been better, because I released all that hateful energy I was feeling for a while. Man, this podcast is therapy. Everyone who does one, like, if they do it right, like, that's how you should feel. Because that means you're letting that deep off. You know what I'm saying? That you getting deep within yourself. Pause, but you also just letting that deep off. You know what I'm saying? Deep on, deep off. Keep deep and off. Man, shut the fuck up, trash can. But please take away my garbage. You know? Like, the trash can. The most underrated guy in the city, really. The trash. Yeah, the trash man. Did I say trash can? Oscar in the trash can and the trash man. The 2 most underrated guys in the city. Like, no one thinks of them. Barely anyone waves to them. When I cross the street and I have to slow one of them down, I'll be waving like they a bus driver. Hey, what's up, G? What's cracking, dog? And they're like, they know how cool they are. Actually, they always like stick their hand out. It's like they took that mob mentality of. It's like they took like they were the mob mentality. They took, excuse me. It's like they took the mob mentality of New York and they just spread it around with every trash man in the fucking country. And so if you're a sanitation engineer, man, salute, man, because you're killing the fucking game. Because you doing shit out here, you collecting that nice money. Because I heard it's pretty good money, but no one's giving you that real respect. People may like they might hear it. You might be dappered up as fuck in Vegas. Be like, yeah, I'm a garbage man, dog. And people might not want to shake your hand. That shit's sort of weird. Like, I would even maybe have an initial hesitation until I recorded this. Because I'll be like, what the fuck? I mean, still, I'd be like, I would look at their hand first. Usually when you shake someone's hand, you look them in the eyes, right? But there's certain people you look in the hands. Like a garbage man, unfortunately, like, yeah, you're the hand licking type. Like, I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like a hobo, like if he fucking tries to shake your hand, like, and you actually go in for it, like let's say a hobo saves your life, right? If he comes to shake your hand, well, you probably hug him. But let's say he does a cool flip, and you feel like giving him a high five or a handshake, right? That's like the type of move where you look at their hands before you go for the move. You're like, check the nails, a little crusty. There's no yellow. They're sort of trimmed though. Okay, go in. And so I feel like the sanitation engineers, they get that rap too. They're like, they get hit with that. Let me see your hands, man. Then we could do this nice handshake, and that's sort of fucked. But that's just probably real life. Hold on, let me see if this light's what's fucking this up. Not this light, this fucking window. I feel like it is. It's pissing me off, man. Hold up. Dude, that is what it was. Oh, you fucking bitch. Oh, man. I'm so mad at my producer, dude. You're fucking fired, dude. I'm gonna do it myself. You piece of shit. Yeah. I fired myself from yesterday and hired myself from today, so probably gonna have to redo the process tomorrow, but whatever. I improve every day. That's me smiling really terribly to the camera, guys. For the audio peeps that can't see it, god damn. I need to get teeth cleaning, even though they look sort of light. It's because I'm sort of dark. Do they even look straight anyway? No, they look good. They look a little. I don't know. Like I used to feel like I sort of do have a symmetrical face, but it used to be more symmetrical. But as you age, like you get punched in the face a couple times. I was sleeping on my left side for a while. Found out that fucks up your face, shit like that. So I'm just sleeping on my back, trying to get my first perk. I like to sleep on my back, but I have a fucking back injury, back surgery that caused nerve damage that makes it tough. I make it work. Oh man, that ankle thing I was telling you guys about? It's a lot better today. It feels a lot better. Yesterday I was able to walk on it and just like not feel any restriction, but there's still a lot of swelling and stuff. But right now, that hurts a little bit right there, but it's quite a bit down. Shit. Man, it's already getting in the 90s, but this week is supposed to be cool out here. Is it already hit an hour? Nah, 50 something minutes. But yeah, it's already fucking getting warm. And I realized like in order to record early, which is what I'll have to do so that I don't have to use the AC, um I'm gonna probably have to wake up at 4. Cause last week, I mean the beginning, my brain was not firing. And so this morning I played the same song over 58 times, probably like 72 times, um, and just fucking got my mind right. Smoked, but didn't smoke too crazy. Used my, that morning wake and bake extra potency, like boost that gives to your weed or whatever. I hit some dabs and just sort of like got in the motion. Damn, I haven't had any water to drink. I drank all my shit yesterday and haven't made a move. That's so weird. Like, you know how you get thirsty and you feel like you need water so bad, but then other times you can go without water for a while and just be like, whatever, I'm good. Like, I smoked a bunch of weed and like I don't have dry mouth, cotton mouth, dry mouth. What the fuck? This is so weird. In the podcast, I say words I'd never say normally. I'm probably still getting a little bit of that rust off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was fucking weird. Like that thing that I was saying about the morning high thing there. I mean, I couldn't even walk my way out of that closet. Pause. Closet. Cage. What? Trap. Fuck. See what I mean? Like, I'm just using fucking words I'll never fucking use. Another thing that's bothering me is like my chest hair. Is chest hair in or not? Does anyone have an answer to that? Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I almost want to get the shit lasered away so I could just get my chest tatted and just never have to worry about it, but some chicks are really about that chest hair. Then I'm fucked. I think I might need to get some of it taken off and reduce the patch. That's probably what I gotta do. I'm gonna reduce the chest patch. You know what I'm saying? So if I have to take care of it, it comes off quick, but if it's not, you know what I'm saying? If I just let it grow out, it's not too crazy. Cause this shit like comes up like into my neck. It's not like too long. It like stops like right at like my clavicle area on the sides. But right here, like, shirts drop down right there and it bothers me. Like my beard sort of goes into it. I'm like a fucking tiger monkey, you know? I'm like a ape with a little bit of mongoloid in them, you know? I just found out the other day they used to call like people with cerebral palsy, I think, mongoloid idiots. Like literally in their like medical definition. And I found out that moron was a medical word that became uh like part of slang, right? But everyone's trying to take away the word retarded. That's fucking retarded. It's just slang. Just sort of like the way that people say like when dude, I say it still all the time. Like if I'm really pissed in fucking my head, I'll be like this fucking faggot, and it has nothing to do with anyone being gay. It just mean like god damn, you're such a pussy. Just like when you call someone a pussy, it has nothing to do with vagina. Hey, you're a pussy. Oh, I love vagina though, but you're a pussy. Stay away from me. Oh no, I fuck pussy, love pussy, but you're a pussy. Get the fuck out of here. It's the exact same thing. How the fuck are people getting so, oh, because, retarded could be mentally disabled or that was a word for it? Yeah, it was, man. If you called a person who was mentally disabled retarded, that's fucked up. Obviously. Unless it's your best friend and you're joking about it, then it's awesome. But if I call one of my homies who is completely normal, maybe just a moron, but not a moron in the 1800s definition, but a moron in the 2018 definition, then yeah, I could call him retarded too. Because retarded in the 2018 definition is not the same as the 1970s definition or whatever the fuck. People need to chill the fuck out. Yo, I make up words, dude. I've done this forever. I make up words. I would love to fuck with people and just be like, all right, and this is a word that so many of my homies could say and know. Shampy. I was like, one day, Shampy is a word I'm going to use. What? Why? Fuck it. What does Shampy mean? Anything you want it to be. That's fucking right. And Shampy can be changed from adjective to adverb to noun to Whatever the fuck you want it to be. What up, Shampster? Like, there's modifications. People get it. Man, yo, stop being such a champ. Bro, hit that shot, you the champ, bro. You a fucking champ. Like, champ up, bro. Hey, man, I know you feel nervous. Champ up. Bro, stop being a fucking, like, you need to, you need to chill and stop being such a champ. You understand? Like, hey, you're champing up right now. So you need to, like, just take a little breather and then hit it again. All right? And hit her with that champ sauce. It's easy. You just need to stop champing yourself up. I use it fucking, that was one whole fucking phrase. I use it 50, like, 5 different ways there. But you understood what the fuck I was champing about. Champ, we fucking champ it, dude. Champ is gonna, you know what? This champ is the word of the show now. We're all champsters. That's just what it is. And we're gonna champ them up. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a champ. All right? I'm bringing it back. I haven't used it for the last like 5 years. I'm bringing it back. Okay? Fuck it. Champs are us, you know? Fuck them. Yo, and I'm not even joking. Like, I had people saying this word, and we're gonna keep saying this word. Had people, has people. I told my homie I'm coming out with a bike light soon, okay? Where it's almost done, but I told my partner with it, I'm like, yo, I'm bringing Champ back. And he knew exactly what I was talking about. Duh. Champs, dude, you fucking feel it. You fucking know what I'm talking about, man. Don't you feel the champs in your veins? Michael Jackson felt in his veins. And then he's like, I'm done champing. I'm a champ out. And good night. Good champ. And he just champed out of here, dude. To hang out with the other champs that are up there in champing. The champion was pushing it. Heaven. But that's just what it is, man. You know? Man. Phew, I was about to get into some other shit, but it's a fucking hour. It's a fucking hour, guys. It's a fucking hour. And I am released from my self-imposed cage onto just grinding into my other self-imposed cages so I can get a little bit of money to fucking pay my bills until the big money comes in. Because it's gonna. We got things popping. And I'm not just talking this podcast, but maybe this podcast too. What the fuck am I doing? Let's wrap this up. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. I hope that it was somewhat entertaining or educational or just champtastic in general. And yeah, just just keep champing out there, guys. I don't want anyone to get too crazy champing up, but you know, just start sharing it with your friends, Share the show. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. That'd be fantastic. But more importantly, share the champs, dude. Hey man, there's a lot of champions out there that don't get their champ shake, and us champs gotta champ together and champ each other up. Pause. Pause that. Sounded a little champophobic, but pause. So I'm out of here. Thank you so much for listening. The show is gonna be launched right after this. And, right after a day of production for my newly hired self from today, who will get fired for myself of tomorrow. But it's okay, buddy. Your job is safe. Don't worry about that. It's just a joke for the champs, right? Fucking tell them shit. Don't tell them nothing. Anyway. It's so corny. All right, I'm out. Thank you so much. Love y'all.